Hi everyone, Weezy here. Welcome to my corner of the internet. We are continuing this video from where we stopped in the Byline Times phone hacking expose series. In our last video in this series, we delved into Clive Goodman's arrest for royal phone hacking. If you haven't watched that one, go ahead, watch it and come back to this one so you can catch up. The link to our last video is pinned in the comment section. In today's video, we discuss how Murdoch managed to carry out a silent coup in the UK. It wasn't only a silent government coup. In my view, he managed to topple the monarchy and he became king. Let's say allegedly. Let's rewind to our last chat about the Chris Huhne settlement in December 2023. I mean, seriously, can we just take a moment to acknowledge how much has unfolded since December 2023? The news of the world turned its sights on Chris Huhne, the Liberal Democrat minister, exposing his extramarital affair. Naturally, suspicions arose about the source of this revelation. Of course, he must have been hiding it. So, how did the media know about the affair? An investigation ensued, revealing the familiar patterns. Short calls from Murdoch's office hub to Huhne's phone, private investigators' invoices, and corresponding payments. Given how sorry Rupert Murdoch was after the royal phone hacking scandal, it was shocking to find out that Rupert Murdoch had continued with the phone hacking. It was even more shocking to find out that the phone hacking had continued even after the Guardian's explosive Millie Dowler story in July 2011. It has even been said that every member of the Levinson One inquiry was hacked. I mean, Murdoch companies left no stone unturned. Prosecutors, victims, everyone was fair game. Now, you're probably wondering at Murdoch's audacity. Why wasn't he scared that he would get caught or that there would be consequences if he did get caught? Let's rewind a bit to a time after the May 2010 election, ushering in the Cameron Clegg coalition government. On June 10th, Murdoch dispatched his lobbyist, Fred Michael, to meet Norman Lamb, a senior Liberal Democrat MP, and Vince Cable, business secretary. At the same time, shall we say coincidentally, or maybe not so coincidentally, six short calls each hit Lamb's and Cable's phones, aligning with Cable's decision on investigating Murdoch's bid for BSkyB's controlling shares. What's the fuss about BSkyB? Okay, so BSkyB was the foundational company of Sky TV that you have today. How did all of that happen? I'm going to break it down for you in a moment. But before we dive in, do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications so you stay in the loop with all the updates on this case and beyond. The Rangers are attacking these videos super hard, so please go ahead to like the video so that YouTube knows to push the video out for more people to see it. So let's get back to the story. To break this down fully for you to understand, we need to rewind to 3 decades ago when Thatcher greenlit Murdoch's takeover of the Times and Sunday Times. The News Corp Group owned at least four national newspapers at the time and 39% of BSkyB. Murdoch faced many controversies over proposed takeover bids of various companies, especially the bid for the remaining 61% of BSkyB. You might say, why? Well, the rivals opposed the takeover, fearing News Corp's media dominance. An unofficial campaign called for regulatory scrutiny, emphasizing the dangers of a single media entity having such a significant share controlling the media narrative. Vince Cable faced a pivotal decision on whether to probe Murdoch's potential media monopoly. Interestingly, during those crucial moments, the same suspicious short calls were made to the phones of both Norman Lamb and Vince Cable, suggesting the ominous presence of possible hacking. The fear lingered that Sky News might transform into a right wing opinionated service akin to Fox News in the US. A significant factor in Vince Cable's investigation was the New York Times 2009 expose on phone hacking, particularly at News of the World. Murdoch's lobbyist, Fred Michael, played a key role. He advised prominent decision makers within the Liberal Democrat political party, including Chris Huhne and Clegg, to maintain the silence. Mhm. The same Chris Huhne who later agreed to a six-figure settlement with Murdoch's companies. The silence requested hinted at deeper issues, possibly even blackmail. My hunch is that Hume's refusal to comply led to the exposure of his extramarital affair. As I was doing research for this video, I stumbled upon this amusing story. Did you know that the same Chris Huhne once got caught speeding, and to safeguard his political career, his wife took speeding points for him, only for him to turn around and cheat on her? When his wife found out about the affair, she ratted him out to his bosses, and they both ended up going to jail. I wonder if they are friends today. Some men, they will do you dirty and keep on walking. Now, circling back to Huhne and his connection to Murdoch's BSkyB bid, okay? It turns out Huhne played a pivotal role in the decision on whether to investigate the deal. Murdoch's company, suspecting Huhne's significance, allegedly hacked him to keep tabs on him and wreaked absolute havoc on his personal life. Hewn lost his job, his family, almost literally everything to Murdoch's phone hacking. Although some of it was his fault, I mean, if he hadn't been cheating, he wouldn't have lost his marriage and his job. But if Murdoch hadn't been snooping on his private life, maybe no one would have been any the wiser. This, my friends, is the third stage of the phone hacking case that Chris Huhne brought against Murdoch. Chris Huhne was able to reference the first stage of this case, which was the Charles Kennedy story and the election phone hacking scandal. Okay. Then he was also able to reference the second stage, which was the royal phone hacking scandal. And the common denominator between all these cases was the distinct modus operandi employed by the murder companies in these cases. And this, my friends, was the proof of hacking in his own case. Now, what became of Murdoch's bid for BSkyB? Did Business Minister Vince Cable opt for an investigation? In a twist of fate for Murdoch, even with all his shenanigans, Vince Cable confirmed the issuance of an intervention notice and a subsequent investigation into the bid. Once again, a flurry of calls inundated Cable's phone and Norman Lamb's phone from Murdoch's companies. In a jaw dropping turn of events, a senior executive in Murdoch's company reportedly convinced a friend at the Daily Telegraph to dispatch two young freelance journalists to Vince Cable's constituency town hall. There, they surreptitiously recorded him boasting about halting Murdoch's takeover bid. This recording triggered an investigation, leading to Vince Cable's eventual ousting from his position. Murdoch is a monster, guys. In this story alone, the body count is ridiculous. Just counting from the video before this one alone, Charles Kennedy, he had to resign, Clive Goodman, and so many more. There really should be a movie called Surviving Murdoch. Eventually, Murdoch was able to purchase Sky TV, formerly known as BSkyB, through other means. This also is a scandal of its own, but because I'm mainly concerned about how this case intersects with Prince Harry's case, I will not be going down that rabbit hole. Allegedly, with Murdoch's modus operandi of phone hacking, he was able to secure power at the center of government to do whatever the hell he wished without interference from the government. Otherwise, most of the politicians found their secrets being published in the media through Murdoch's media channels. The Byline Times article spells out Murdoch's rough media manipulation tactics for political gain. The real danger, they argue, lies in Murdoch toppling democratically elected governments, carrying out silent coups unchallenged because of his hold over the media market. A lot of the evidence provided in Chris Huhne's case, which got him the six-figure settlement, is part of the evidence to be used in Prince Harry's phone hacking case against the Daily Mail, particularly the evidence derived from the royal phone hacking scandal. The significance of this is that most of the evidence Prince Harry is going to rely on in his own phone hacking case has already been admitted in the court in several other cases where phone hacking has been admitted. This means, ladies and gentlemen, that Prince Harry's case is 75% of the way won. All Prince Harry needs to do now is to survive until the hearing. What do you think? Given all we've been able to discuss so far, I hope I've been able to shed more light on the true story behind Prince Harry's phone hacking cases and the almost overwhelming challenges he has been facing. So, do you get what Harry is up against yet or no? If you're feeling overwhelmed by the enormity of the challenges Harry is facing, you're not alone. But fear not, there are ways we can show our support for Harry and Meghan, and it goes beyond just moral encouragement. One impactful way to support the cause is by subscribing to the Invictus Games Vancouver YouTube channel. The link is in the description box below. This simple act not only signifies our backing, but also contributes to the financial well being of the organization, letting Harry and Meghan know that they have a solid foundation of support from their fans, opening ways for revenue streams to open up. The other thing you can do is, if you haven't done it already, is to subscribe to our channel. This encourages me to keep going. Now, let's address the elephant in the room, Murdoch. His tactics involve targeting their sources of income, right? He is attempting to strong arm them into dropping the case. I am quite certain that the ripple effects extend to organizational challenges, impacting the well being of the staff caught in the crossfire of the smear campaign. Beyond seeking monetary compensation, a court judgment could trigger media regulation that could significantly loosen Murdoch's grip on UK media, politicians, and the royal family. And this, more than anything else, is what Murdoch does not want. He also doesn't want a Levinson too. In my view, it currently looks like Murdoch wears the crown of the monarch and holds the power of the Prime Minister in the UK simultaneously. That's why Harry needs to win this case. And that's why he finds that the UK government is so corrupt. Have we ever wondered how come so many of Murdoch's employees find their way into the palace and the government office? Anyway, in my next video on Prince Harry and Meghan's court cases series, we're going to be discussing Samantha's case against Meghan and any updates in that case. Until then, it's Weezy signing out. Stay fabulous and bye!